Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Internet Iceberg podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dustin. I'm here with my friend Joseph, and we're going to be talking today.
Hey bitches.
So,
Put in
Joseph,
put in some fucking amazing
some,
amazing intro music.
some bass ass intro music.
Something
I'll
outstanding.
see what I can do. So, Joe, you have the list of topics. What do you got for us?
Yeah. Okay. So, number one, big news. Lil Nas X becomes the president of League of Legends.
He did become the president of League of Legends. It's all over
So,
Twitter.
I don't get it. Like what's the
So it's because he made the world anthem, or like he was there for the world anthem. So I guess they gave him. They're doing a little bit of dick riding. Mid AF world's anthem, by the way.
I
Uh,
disagree.
the song itself is good. I think the song is great. I love the song. I think as a world anthem, it's pretty mid though.
I don't know. I don't really know my world's anthems. I'm not a huge leaguer. I don't have a league history.
That's fair. But I do, and me and the rest of the guys do, and I think the rest of the guys probably agree with me.
So are you gonna are you gonna watch Worlds? Do people watch Worlds?
No, nobody watches Worlds.
They just listen to the Worlds anthem.
I only listen to the World's Anthem, yeah.
How big do you think Lil Nas X's dick is?
I don't honestly. I bet you could figure it out. If you just had a little with him. Bet he'd let you.
Maybe. Let's look that up. I don't want to look that up. Take it back.
It's probably
I'm
been
not
leaked,
like that.
honestly.
Did you ever seen the Lil? You saw the Lil Sean leak?
No, because I don't look at dick pics of other people, because that's fucking weird, Joe.
Hey, oh no, it's not Lil Sean. It's Big Sean.
Big Sean.
And he is big, in case you're wondering.
Nah, dog, I don't fuck with that kind of stuff.
It's
That's
well, yeah. It's like it does really infringe on people's privacy.
yeah. I don't like. I'm not down with that. Like, I don't want people looking at pictures of my dick, so why would I look at pictures of other people's dicks?
But it's on Twitter, so I can't like.
Yeah, but usually it's censored, so I don't have to worry about that.
I guess. I guess.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah,
Checking it out.
Cyberskunk. Yeah, we can talk about Cyberskunk 2077. So actually, I've been I got like Cyberpunk like 2 months after it dropped. I have loved that game ever since I first played through it. Love the story. Of course at first it was it was fucking it was shit with no other
Yeah.
way to put it.
So what was the beef with it? Right? It was
It
because
was
of like
it was
the.
super buggy is what the beef
Oh
was. It
yeah.
was like super unpolished and it like pretty much it was an unfinished game. It was missing a lot, but the updates we're now at 1.6. So like the Edge Runners update and some other updates. You can make Johnny Silverhand look different. Uh,
Whoa.
it just made the game better. There's a lot of quality of life fixes. It fixed a lot, and the game is pretty good now. Like uh, like all things aside, of course, like the bad stuff, of the bad part about the actual bad shit, you know what I'm talking about, the glitches and stuff, and the bugs, and all the game
Did they
breaking
not?
stuff.
Did they not like bug fix it very well?
No, they definitely did. It's been bug fixed.
Okay. A lot of things that people had issues with was also like how weird the like the people just like despawning behind you was.
Oh yeah, well that's also changed. A lot of that, I think, was old gen consoles, but I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
Because
I
actually
mean also
they're not offering the new DLC on old gen consoles.
because it's not Cyberpunk is a hard game to run and it's not
It is.
optimized well for like PS4 at all.
Yeah, that's true. Or the Xbox One.
Honestly, I could like because it was coming out around the same time the PS5 and the new Xbox was coming
Just
out,
before.
right? The Fridge Xbox.
Yeah, just before.
So honestly, well, one, I think they should have waited till like fix it before they released it.
Well, people they,
Because
they were
people
getting
were gonna
heavily
shit on it.
pressured not to delay it again.
Well, yeah, but I would rather I don't know. This is just me. I'm not a huge Cyberpunk fan, but I feel like they should have seen the issues that would have come. I think it would have been worse for them if they. I think it's worse for them now. Like the way that they did it, I think is the worst outcome.
I'm not so sure because like they could have pulled an EA and just dropped it and left it.
Well, yeah, but then we would have like pipe bombed their building. It just would have gone crazy if they did that.
Disclaimer. We at the
We do
internet,
not. We
we
do not
at the
support
internet,
pipe bombing.
internet Iceberg podcast would not do that, nor do we support any action.
Yep. Most certainly, we would not do that.
Don't say it like that. It makes it sound like you're bluffing.
I'm not. I'm not.
We don't.
I'm not.
But it could have happened like what happened with Anthem, which was
Oh yeah, everyone. I forgot that game even came out.
yeah, Anthem happened.
Ow. Ow.
Like that's
Well, it
that's
was like-
nuts.
Adam really liked Anthem.
Adam has some interesting opinions, and a lot of them are. I'm
Dog
not gonna
shit.
say wrong, but I'm gonna say.
Dog shit. I'm gonna say they were
I'm
dog
gonna
shit.
say. Well, just like Jacob. Jacob has some pretty dog opinions. Let's
Uh,
go to the next topic. We've talked a
oh,
little
okay,
bit about
okay.
Cyberpunk.
We're gonna have to edit this a lot.
Yeah, weird. Fuck you.
The next, the next topic is ASMR, doctor examining your balls, but we don't have to go deep.
I don't
into
want
that.
to talk to that. Why?
I actually do kind of want to talk about that.
You want to talk
What's
about
the deal
that?
with like ASMR? I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it.
It's some people are weird and horny, I guess, and other people.
I think the screenshots are hilarious.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
mama's little boy. Those ones.
Yeah.
Those
The
ones
ones that are just
so funny.
absolutely nuts. Yeah, I get you.
At the lowest point in my life right now.
At the.
Those shits are fire.
It's crazy, dude.
Who be making these?
I don't know who be making those. I don't really want to ask either. Like, it's kind of quirked up, you know.
So, someone's made like a career in that.
Yeah, dude. It's totally a thing.
Yeah, I'll just look it up. Mama's submissive boy.
Mama's submissive boy. Eh?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Mommy spoils you ASMR roleplay.
Mommy spoils you ASMR roleplay.
Jesus Christ.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
There's so many
No.
Oh my
you're
God.
capping.
that have like over 100,000 views.
Oh no.
Like consistently over. Oh my God.
I
Let
don't.
me look at this YouTube channel.
Why are
real
you
quick.
going down this rabbit hole? Why are we going down this I guess we.
Because
This
it's
is
interesting.
this is the Internet Iceberg podcast. Here we are going deep into the Internet Iceberg.
ASMR roleplay. Reindeer girl for sale.
Reindeer girl
Jesus
for sale.
Christ.
We
Oh
getting
my
into some
God.
shit, bro.
It's freaky. Okay, some of these have a lot. Oh my God. Older sister part 2.
Older sister part 2.
There's 2 parts of that.
There's 2.
Oh no, best friend's
parts.
older sister.
Best friend's
that's-
older sister.
That's
We're not
slightly
being-
better, I guess,
We're not
than
doing
your older
incest.
sister.
I don't like incest. Incest is weird. Can we talk about people who like who are into that kind of stuff are weird?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like one of the number 1 categories in the States though.
I don't mean to kink shame, but I'm gonna kink shame.
King shaming is funny and should be encouraged.
It's not even funny. It's like some of the shit y'all be into is just fucking weird.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Like,
I'm trying to like rip this lighter, like the safety of the lighter off, and I used like a part of the tab of a Dr. Pepper can. Shout out to Dr. Pepper.
shout out to
That shit's
Dr.
yummy.
Pepper.
But now part of the tab is like stuck underneath it, and I can't even light it anymore.
This
But
is. I don't know why you would try to do that with a Dr. Pepper tag, bro.
Oh! It's coming out. Hold up. It's
How
coming
about
out.
soft? What's your favorite kind of soft drink, Joe? Is it Dr. Pepper?
Oh, it's Dr. Pepper.
I'm a big root beer guy, personally.
Root beer is also fire.
I think it's
I like root beer a lot.
it sustains me and it doesn't have caffeine and it feels good.
Some root beers do.
Some root beers are wrong.
Mark's has caffeine in it.
No, well, never mind. I'm wrong. I love bars.
I think it has it's not a whole lot. I mean, it's not much compared to like a lot of other sodas. Like Dr. Pepper has a lot of has a good amount of caffeine in it.
I like to avoid caffeine because it makes me feel weak and powerless.
How does caffeine make you feel weak and powerless? What?
Because it means I'm relying on caffeine.
Okay. So let's get into some would you rather's here. Do you have any banger would you rather's before I say the ones that I've got?
I don't. Let me think, and I'll just think of some,
Yeah.
and you can hit me.
Because I don't really have. Okay, I have 2. So this one actually, I didn't come up with this. I got this from TikTok. Um, so would you rather every time your girlfriend looks at the crotch of another man, you gain 1 millimeter? I'm sure you can think where I'm alluding to.
I see. Okay.
Or every time she looks at another man's crotch, you lose 1 millimeter, but you make like 10 grand or like 50 grand or something like that.
I
So you're losing a millimeter, but you're making a lot of money.
well, okay. That we really get it. Is this are am I who am I dating? Am I dating like respectfully? Am I dating a thought or
I don't
like
know. Are you?
I don't think I would be. I think I'd probably be fine as of like my girlfriend looking at other men's crotches. So I
Well, you
guess
don't know.
lose
What if she's
a
sneaking a
millimeter and
peek? You
gain
know?
money. Well, I'll know because I'll be like I'll look at my penis and be like, well, wait
It's
a minute.
shorter.
Hey, wait a
What
minute.
happened?
Who what are you doing over there?
Shoddy.
So
Why are you looking at other men? My shit just got smaller, bro. Stop. I think I would have to go with like one. I think I'd have to go with one less. You know?
one less,
Because
because I'm also
if
making bank off that,
yeah. And then you could just like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter that
Could
much.
tell my girl to look at other
Unless it's,
girls'
like,
penises
tiny.
when I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, man, listen, man, I'm good enough. If I lose a few millimeters, ain't nobody gonna fucking say I got a tiny dick. We're good.
I need more.
Well,
But so basically, what I'm thinking, right? My tail of the take. Um, if you're gaining a millimeter, and so if you're dating a woman who's maybe a little promiscuous, she's looking at a lot of other people, right?
yeah,
It's just gonna get too big at some point.
yeah, exactly. That's
And
what
then
I
it's
was
just
thinking
like,
too. It's like,
one, every time you get hard, you like pass out, and two, no
well,
one's gonna have sex with you because
yeah,
it's gonna like kill them.
nobody wants that. Nobody wants it.
Nobody.
I don't want a horse cock. All right, just flat out.
It's foul. Oh, Mr. Hands.
Mr.
You know about
Hands,
Mr. Hands,
yeah,
right?
you didn't call sex case? Yeah, Mr. Hands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
knows
yeah.
about that.
Fire and based. That was a true American patriot right there.
I don't know if I'd say he was that much, but
No, he's a true American patriot.
I don't know about that.
He's
but
not letting the liberal government tell him what to do.
He's not letting the liberal government tell him that he can't have sex with a horse.
Yeah, exactly. Dustin gets it.
You know what? I guess I get it.
He gets it. I need a hammer.
Why do you need a hammer? What for do you need a hammer?
Don't worry about it. What's he building in there?
Oh my god. My dick is falling off, bro.
Oh, it smells like gasoline now. I have like it's like Zippo lighter fluid on my desk, right?
Why?
And I just spilled a bit of it.
How did you? Oh my god, Joe.
So now it smells like gasoline in here now.
I wonder why.
That's awful. I know why.
Joe would be like, I'm gonna make questionable decisions and cry about the consequences.
I didn't mean to.
This is your fault.
We can talk about okay. Do you have any good would you rather's? Because I have another one.
Do you have any good would you rather? All right.
I have another one if you need time to think.
Let me big thunk. Would you
Okay.
rather survive an apocalypse and live on in the post-apocalyptic hellscape, or die in the creation of an apocalypse? So like, are you getting smoked, or are you gonna live?
How bad is it? Like what kind of apocalypse are we
Like
talking?
nuclear hellscape at the least.
Like Fallout level or worse?
Like Fallout level, not worse, I'd say, because if it gets worse than like Fallout level, it's kind of just like, well, life's inhabitable, I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah. So
It's
have
like
you read The
you-
Road? Or,
You
like,
could
seen the movie?
sustain. No, I've not.
Okay. So The Road is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather if it was like a world, it's like a The Road kind of situation. I'm killing myself or like dying, you know. Because like there's no in The Road, there's like no plants at all, and like you have to resort to like cannibalism most of the time.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. I'm saying there's like you could sustain yourself without resorting to things like cannibalism.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would choose to survive.
Be a little bit of a
But
survivalist.
I think it'd be a hard sell, you know? Cuz one, your life like sucks now cuz you live in you live in Fallout.
You live in
Um
Fallout, yeah.
but, you know, I don't know. Dying kind of mid.
Dying is
Dying kind
kind
of
of mid.
sucks.
That's fair. I don't know. Maybe you'd learn to thrive
Maybe
in the
all I
new
need to
world.
like get my shit together is an apocalypse happening, you know?
That's a possibility. And
Cuz
worst comes to worst, whatever. I'll
yeah,
just
I'm
do it.
all off myself.
I'll off myself. Easy peasy, bro.
What if it's like a crazy like rapture? Like what if God's
Like,
real
what
and
if
we don't
God's
get
real
raptured?
and we're getting raptured? I I feel like that's different because that's like we're going to Jesus land in that case, you know.
Yeah, but no. What if we don't though? That's the thing.
What
What
if
if we don't get into
what if
heaven?
it's not like the good loving Christian God? What if it's like a
What if it's
wrathful
what if
Catholic
it's the
God?
Catholic God, like the old Catholic God?
Well, I think then we're kind of fucked. I think is just the only way to put it, Joe.
Because we wear polyester shirts.
Yeah, well, we're non-believers, so.
Yeah, true.
What if we're all wrong and it's like the Greeks?
That'd be crazy. What's like the Greek like destruction myth? Do
I
they have
don't.
one?
They definitely have one. Everybody has a destruction myth.
Honestly, one of the coolest ones is like some Native American religions have a really good one. There's like a crazy snake that like eats the world, sort of like Jormungandr and like
In
uh
Norse
in Ragnarok.
and Ragnarok.
Ancient wait, uh, Greek apocalypse. Wait. So how do I look this up? The Greek destruction
Yeah,
myth.
like a Greek destruction myth.
Um. So yeah, there's actually like a flood myth. So sort of like the Noah's Ark.
Okay,
Um.
what's the myth? Tell me about it.
But it's not like rapture. You know, it's not like the end times. I think I'm gonna look up Greek end times myth. Is there an end to the world in Greek mythology? Quora. Yes, there is, but it's not given a very long description, so it's not used too often by scholars. So basically, basically, humanity will start a huge war, and then Zeus, or like Jupiter if you're Roman, will
Yeah,
destroy everything. Like just destroy everything,
he'll get piss babied.
I guess, and just start over. That's kind of silly, kind of
It's
silly
kind of
and fun.
it's kind of quirked.
Yeah,
Kind of thought that maybe it would have been like, oh, the fulfillment of the prophecy that one of his sons would overthrow him, but
yeah, and like a cool, cool new era would arise, but I guess not. I guess not.
I guess the
I
fucking
guess he just cope. I guess he just copes too hard and destroys the world.
the Greeks be like, yeah, Zeus is gonna cope.
Yeah, this is gonna seethe a little too hard, and everybody gonna die.
That's wow. They can think of all of those ways that children are produced, and that's their hallmark of the end of the world. Really, it's kind of
Yeah.
lame.
Is Mount Olympus like a real place? Like, is it based off a real mountain?
Maybe it's like the tallest mountain in Greece. I thought, but nobody could like get to the top of it. So
Mount Olympus. Oh, it's literally the highest peak in Greece.
yeah, I thought so.
It is a real place. It's a 9,570-foot summit, tallest in a mountain range that runs north into Bulgaria and south into Turkey via the Cyclades Islands.
Hmm.
So it's just huge. It's just a huge mountain,
Just big mountain.
which is sort of like, so you know, sort of what I'm thinking. So, um, like we live in the Rocky Mountain region,
Hmm.
so we have like crazy big mountains, but like we're also just high up.
Yeah.
So that's sort of when everyone's talking about, oh, your mountains are so big. Well, like the people in like living in Greece, that mountain is so much bigger to them than the mountains are to us
Yeah.
because they're at sea level and that mountain is like 9,000 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I think people really just like
Well, to
people
be
dick
fair,
ride the
like
Rocky
there
Mountains
is
a little
like
bit too much.
in like in the in like Denver, you're a mile up, right? The
Yeah.
tallest peaks are still like 17,000 feet.
Mm, are they? I thought the highest points were like 15.
Look it up.
It's like Mount Elbert, right? Yeah. Mount Elbert is 14,000 feet. That's the highest mountain in Colorado.
Okay, but that's still 9,000 feet.
Yeah, but like, it'd be about the same as like the Mount Olympus difference.
Yeah.
I
So
think people give the Rocky Mountains too much credit. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think they. I think the Rockies deserve the credit they get.
They are very pretty.
They are beautiful.
Beautiful. If I ever move someplace without the mountains, I'll be sad.
We need the mountains.
Okay. Okay. Would you delete? Okay, we're gonna move on to another one. This isn't really like a would you rather. It's more of like a if you could, would you? If you could delete the internet entirely, would you get rid of the internet?
No. That
Okay.
could potentially create like almost a dark age because of the information that's contained within the internet that could be lost.
No, no, no. I mean like not like getting rid of it right now. If you could prevent the internet from happening, would you prevent the internet from happening?
No. Absolutely not.
I think I might.
I think that's the wrong opinion personally, but you know,
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I think that's
I'm just a hater. I hate on everything,
I think
including the internet.
I don't know why the
The internet was a mistake.
overall the internet is definitely not a mistake.
Nope, nope. It's a mistake.
It's a good thing overall.
You're not seeing the grand picture here, Dustin.
I don't think you are either.
Yeah, probably not. But I don't know. I think it's interesting to think about.
What would it be like if the internet didn't exist? Oh,
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to think about. I don't think it would really be that much like worse.
I don't
It'd be like worse because we wouldn't have like the same access to information.
know.
But I don't think it would be that much worse.
But also, we could definitely get Big Brothered a lot easier.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we get big. Okay, there's a whole lot of big brothering going on in the internet that we just don't know about.
Yeah, but they could Big Brother us even harder without the internet.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's a lot
Why,
easier to
why don't
regulate
we
a
fight?
book.
Why don't we fight to the death or something about
I
it?
think
huh?
I
Why
think
don't we fight to the
know
death about
more
it,
than
pussy?
that. I'm working out and you aren't, Joe.
Okay. Well, it's a technique diff then.
I think you get diffed in that category too.
You're underestimating my abilities, but whatever.
I think you're overestimating your own.
What else are we gonna talk about? You have any more would you rather's? Because I'm
Do
out.
I have any more would you rather?
I had that one, and then I had the internet one, and I haven't thought of any more.
Would you rather get sent 1,000 years into the future or 1,000 years into the past?
Jesus. Is the future the good timeline, or do we not know?
You don't know. It's just 1,000
Oof.
years into the future.
So 1,000 years in the
Assumedly-
past, that's like what?
Assumedly, human life is still existent. Is like in
Ooh.
some way, shape, or form, civilization still exists in a way that you can exist within it.
Okay. 1,000 years in the past. Well, actually, I was gonna say 1,000 years past, no one can understand me, but 1,000 in the future, no one will probably understand me either, because languages be changing and shit.
Yes.
So actually, I'm gonna take a little segue real quick. I watched like a YouTube video like a year ago, and I just remembered it because we were talking about language. That claimed that people who would like speak Old English would be able to understand modern English, but we wouldn't be able to understand them. And I don't really understand how that would work.
I think I understand that claim because I think the claim is that our vocabulary has shrunk. But to us, it almost sounds like, or to them rather, our speak would almost sound like low speech, maybe.
I mean, yeah, because languages do simplify over time.
Yeah, and
That's
maybe
sort of
it's
just what
like
they'd be
it's like
doing.
it's to them it's a dialect of their language. Because that's what it is. We're using a dialect of their language.
Yeah.
But we don't really speak their language. It's different.
I guess. It's like like I think my mom was talking about because like my grandma has a really good friend in like Scotland, right?
Hmm.
And my grandma like goes to visit her sometimes, and she was like in a bar, and it's like this kid like told her mom like what language is she speaking? Like she was talking to my grandma because she couldn't understand her,
Hmm.
which is crazy. But that accents of like the same language are that different,
Yeah.
even within like the same country.
Hmm.
It's just wild to think
Well,
about, you
it's
know?
like if realistically, if you took someone from like California, like a valley girl from California, and
Yeah.
like someone from like the deep south in Louisiana, and just had them talk, like people who have never left their states, they probably wouldn't understand each other, or at least
I think
like
they could,
they'd
yeah, it just wouldn't be
understand
very
each other,
good.
but it'd be like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, it would be very strained.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be feeling that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'd be feeling that because like
Sometimes I
I've
just don't be
listened.
understanding people, you know.
God, maybe that's just a mental issue
Yeah, maybe
for
we're
me
just
at
dumb.
least. Maybe I'm just stupid. You never know.
It's certainly possible.
But yeah, okay. Talking point one down. Language is fucking insane and crazy.
Yeah.
But like, okay, another thing. Why are there so many like different accents within like the UK when they're so close together?
Uh, why is there so many different languages in Europe when they're so close together?
Because
It's
I don't know.
geographical borders.
I guess. Why don't they just be friends with each other?
Because that's not how history works, Joe.
Fuck them. Be friends. Preach kindness and acceptance everywhere you go.
Tell that to the Middle East.
Bitches just hate each other, I guess.
Yeah, it's just how it be, dude. Humans just don't like each other. And I think that's kind of crazy because we're like such a communicative species, yet we're like so divided at the same time.
Yeah, forever we've been divided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get it. Like, I don't get like the hate of differences. Cause like most of like conflicts, at least in like,
Well,
well,
some of
not
it
not
is
like ethnic
fear.
differences, but a lot of it is like religious differences. A lot of it is ethnic differences. At least in the past, it was, and still today, I think too. Um, but like we're all the same people. We just
Yeah.
look a little bit different. I just don't get it. I just don't
Well,
get it,
it's
Bubby.
there's different like it's like some of it is fear because where there's different like we think differently, we act differently, we're different, and that's how it be. And
People are afraid of things that are different,
yeah,
which I guess sort of makes sense. I
yeah,
guess, but at the same time, I don't think we really need it in this day and age.
yeah.
We've progressed past the need for differences.
I agree. I feel like recognizing differences. Well, like of course we should recognize differences because everybody's unique and blah 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 blah. Uh,
Yeah.
wow 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 wow. Talk about music.
We never finished our discussion of 1,000 years in the future or a
Oh
thousand years
yeah,
in the past.
shit.
Um, I think I would rather go 1,000 years in the future
I agree.
because the past kind of stinks,
Yet the
and the
past do
future there's at
stink.
least hope that it's better. You know, like
Yeah,
there's hope we get our shit together.
maybe it's gonna be like a utopian society.
Or it sucks, or it's Night City,
Or
and
it's
it's just
Well,
ass.
Night City allegedly is only 50 years in the future. To be fair, it's a different reality with a different, like, 2020 was way different.
Oh yeah, I mean it's possible.
For it to
A lot of
evolve
shit could
into
happen
that,
in
it
50
could.
years.
Yeah, you're
Like,
completely right. But, like, it wouldn't be the same.
yeah, technology do be scaling exponentially.
Hmm. We could be alive in 200 years. Theoretically, depending. You know.
Like
Yeah,
us too.
us. We could.
Really? I don't.
Depending on how technical, because like look at stem cell research. Look at like cybernetics. We don't know how fast that shit's gonna scale.
Well, it's gonna scale exponentially. That's all we know.
That's all we know.
That's all she knows.
That's all she wrote.
But yeah, I think 1,000 years in the future would be more optimal.
I agree. I feel like 1,000 years in the future is probably much better than 1,000 years in the past.
Because yeah, 1,000 years in the past, what? That's like That's like the Dark Ages. 10,000.
Uh, yeah, that's like medieval times, I think. Which is
Hmm.
kind of crazy if you really think about it.
Well, wait. When do they consider to be the? Well, the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages are the same thing
Yeah. Well, it's like
because it was.
sorry, that's it's like right before the Crusades, 1,000 years ago. 1020 would be like a
Wait, so
hundred
is the
years.
Byzantine Empire still big in the 1000s?
I think
I don't really remember.
so. I don't know, honestly. I don't remember that
Um.
exact point.
All right, Wikipedia. Tell me like a time range here. I think it's literally just considered like from like the collapse of the Roman Empire to like the 1700s before we start going to like classical, um, like the Enlightenment and stuff.
What about the Renaissance?
Well, the Renaissance was in like the 1600s and
That was the
1700s.
1400s, the Italian Renaissance, I thought.
Fuck the Italians.
What do you mean, fuck the Italians?
We do got
They
English
they're
here
the
still.
they're the post-Romans.
Eh. Eh.
The Romans talked like the Italians. Believe it.
Yeah, but they got funny. They got some spaghetti. Who the fuck comes up with spaghetti?
The Italians? That shit is good.
They got too many funny words for me to take him seriously.
Joe, you got too many funny words for me to take you seriously. Shut up, you big nose having ass.
Hey, shut the fuck up, bitch. Nobody gives a shit.
I give a shit. I give a shit. Me. It's me. I asked.
Okay, so I was talking about. This is a completely off topic. Oh wait, we're talking about music now, right? We're gonna talk about music.
So,
Ugh.
we're gonna talk about music.
Yeah. Welcome to the music segment. Beep, 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 beep.
So, on the topic of music, what have you been listening to recently?
Okay, well, I know the folks at home don't know, but you know that I'm real into freak music, you know?
Yeah.
Freak music.
How about we talk about freak music for a bit?
Oh, freak music? Dude, fucking love freak music. Okay, so, well, not really. I don't really know. So, there's some music that I listen to that is sort of like objectively bad, you
Yeah,
know?
like
But it
Cemetery.
just scratches some, like, yeah, Cemetery. If you guys don't know, Cemetery, look it up. Sematary.
Or don't. It's
Uh,
horrible.
or don't. You don't have to look it up. It just scratches some weird little itch in my brain. I don't know why, but some songs just, even though they're kind of ass, they just be hitting my little music G spot, I guess.
You didn't have to word it like that.
But I did, and I can't take it back now.
I hate that.
But even though I mean I like some freak music, I
Yeah.
do like actual normal music sometimes too.
Sometimes.
I mean I listen to a lot of different music. I listen to a lot of like new rock. I listen to a lot of rap,
Mhm.
freak music. I'm a big Drainer now. I like Drain Gang,
I don't
mostly
like
Echo
Drain Gang.
2K, but you know, I'll give the folks some freak music recommendations from yours truly. 1-800-PAIN. Make some bangers. They will make your head hurt, but it's fun. Machine Girl, I would also consider to be freak music. Um, Basically everything from Haunted Mound. Just look up like Haunted Mound, and you'll understand you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Ugh, Haunted
Um,
Mound.
this isn't like freak music, but if you're really depressed, oh, and KFC Murder Chicks is also pretty good
KFC Murder
in that
Chicks.
in that sort of freak genre. But one thing I don't really understand, how do you really like so in this day and age, right?
Mhm.
There's so you can be as niche with music as you want
It's true.
because of things like Spotify and SoundCloud and things like that. I don't think that there can ever be a band as big as like I don't think we can ever have another like superstar. Like I don't think we could ever have another Elvis or another Beatles or something like that. Just because people will know about it, but there's never going to be any like superstardom like that because there's just too much music. Or you have like access to too many because one of the reasons that Elvis and I think I'm just going to talk about Elvis because I don't really know a whole lot about the Beatles. But
Hmm.
Elvis was just like mega popular, and it's not like there's a whole lot of wealthy labels like making music like Elvis. You know, he was sort of doing his own
Yeah.
thing. It was unique, and there's no one else would have enough money or like power
Hmm.
to like produce stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you wanna add anything on that?
Well, I'm not super big into like the like music stuff like that, but like I like it. You can definitely see it. Yeah, there's probably never gonna be another Beatles or like another Elvis, because like music labels control everything now. You know,
Yeah,
they are. Uh, it's almost kind of gross, honestly, how much they control creators. I that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, corporatization of music and shit.
Corporatization is kind of, yeah, it's there's some things that like, yeah, those are corporate, those should be corporate, that works. There's some things shouldn't be corporate, right? And
Like
music is
prisons.
one of them.
I don't think we talk about privatization of prisons later, but
Yeah,
I feel
privatization.
very strongly about that.
I
Um,
also feel strongly about that.
yeah. What was I talking? I had a little witty tidbit I was going to talk about with music. Actually, I think I'm going to disagree with you on that, Dustin. While labels do have a ton of power, I think we are at a point with like the internet that labels are like the least important that they've been.
Well, yes, but also most creators like still go through labels, do they not? They
Well,
don't
yeah,
go
if
through.
they're making it big, yeah, but it's
That's
I
exactly
would
the
say
point.
that
You can't just make it big off the internet alone. You have to go through a label.
I think you can. I think
Yes,
we've
but
seen it
it's
in a lot of different places.
yes, but not in the same way. You know?
Yeah, I mean you could never really achieve like mega stardom without a label
Yeah,
just because, you know, they have all the
they have all of
uh
that.
they have connections. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
connections.
which I get is like also important, but like I'd be a lot more okay with labels if they didn't have such a gross amount of power over the creator.
Yeah. I mean it sort of makes sense like why they force all that power onto creators because they really just
Yeah,
want to make money.
yeah.
Most labels aren't really in it for the art. They kind of just want money.
And that's what I think part of the problem is. That's what I think part of the problem of corporatization is like you stop caring about the thing that you're creating and the
Damn
people who are
straight.
consuming it. I think that's a very important part when you're creating something.
Based Dustin. Yeah, I agree. But I'm
It's
thinking of people like actually wait, did Lil B have like a I don't know if he never mind. Ignore that. Um I think that is very true, but labels are anyone out there, make it big if you feel like it.
do what you want to do.
Yeah. But a lot of like people are making their own labels, you know?
This is
Um
true.
Sort of like collections of artists that are sort of I guess it's sort of like a union but not quite.
It's well, it almost is if you really think about it. Like,
Yeah, it is pretty similar to a union. It's a group of people that control like their own
yeah,
connections, I guess.
yeah, they're
Just
using
kind of
their
just
own
like a
connection.
union.
It's like producers and artists who have like some connections and they're helping each other out with it.
Yeah. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Drain Gang is their own label.
Is Spider Gang not its own label?
I
I don't think it
actually
is.
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Is Spider Gang its own label? That's something I would like to know.
So yeah, so Drain Gang is its own. It's an artist collective which sort of acts as a label.
Hmm.
Um, a label. I'm looking at the wiki fandom for Spider Gang real quick.
Spider Gang.
Um, so I guess it's sort of like a label. I don't
Hmm.
really know.
It's kind
I
of it's
don't
weird.
I don't really know as much about Spider Gang. I guess I'm
Yeah,
not a huge Darky fan.
not a Spider Gang. Neither am I, but like I casually, like I recreationally enjoy it.
Yeah, from the dispensary recreationally
For
enjoy it.
recreational
Yeah,
recreational Spider Gang shit.
I sort of get that too. It's so honestly okay. I knew how I was talking shit about the internet like literally 10 minutes ago. But one thing the internet has done that I really like is made music a lot easier to listen to and way cheaper as well.
Yes.
Even though I really don't like subscriptions because I feel like it's sort of baked into that corporatism, because and actually I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later, but um, fuck, what was I gonna say? Uh, the internet has just made music so much easier. Like everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Fucking $10 on Spotify a month for every like piece of music probably ever created. Not quite, but like
But
most
like
music
a
ever
lot of music. More
with no
music than
ads.
you
It's
could ever
awesome.
listen to.
Yeah, and then especially things like SoundCloud, which is like literally most things you can find on SoundCloud. Like I found like old. I don't know if anyone. I watched this video essay a while ago about like the history of like Memphis rap and how they were important in like forming like the modern rap sound.
Hmm.
But like I found a bunch of like old Memphis rap tapes that only came out on like cassette. So like back in like the 90s. These are people who are living in Memphis and like they sold like 100 cassettes and I found music from these cassettes on SoundCloud. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
It really is. Oh, speaking of which, if anyone is interested, that video essay is called like "Welcome to Hell." It's about Memphis rap. It's really interesting if
Oh,
you're
also, the
sort of
internet
into
has
that.
also made things like video essays possible, and I love video essays.
Hell
Like
yeah.
and like not just do I love video essays, I also love like give me a second. I'm it's made like content creation a lot easier. Like
That is very
doing
true.
what we're doing right now, it's made it possible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. It's I don't know. The internet has created some problems, like actually a lot of problems, but it's also
yeah.
caused a lot of really cool shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love music and I love the internet. I
I
love the
love
internet because of music.
Yeah. And it's
It's
also,
awesome.
enabled us to really stay in contact and stay friends.
Yeah. Another thing,
Yeah,
if you
it
okay, so
enables
if we were living in like the 80s, right? So if you guys don't know, me and Dustin were friends for a long time, and then
yeah.
he moved, and we're literally like 20 hours away.
Yeah.
Um, so we can't really see each other in person very often, but like we talk all the time because of the fucking internet, and it's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like
If
we
this
we
was,
haven't Yeah, if we lived like like even like 15 years from when we did, like we
hmm
wouldn't be able to really be in contact as much as we are,
yeah, besides like cell phone,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
But now we play games, you know,
Talk, do
we
shit like
talk,
this.
we shoot the shit. It's great.
Yeah, the internet made that possible, and also you can learn so much just crazy niche shit on the internet. That's awesome.
Yeah. Just like a ton.
Like, yeah,
It's just a cache of knowledge, and it's so great for that purpose because it's like, well, I have
hmm
recordings and knowledge of like everything ever almost. It's fucking it's nuts.
yeah.
Like shit's
I have, I
crazier
have
than the fucking Library of Pompeii, bro. Like,
Library of Pompeii. You mean Alexandria? You
yes.
stupid bitch.
I'm sorry.
Actually, okay. You wanna? I heard something more recently about that. How like that, uh, Alexandria was not like burned because of war. It was like Christian propaganda. Like because the burning of Alexandria happened like around the time bitches were trying to like save money for the Crusades, right?
Mhm.
So they tried to like they because I think the burning of Alexandria, one, it might not have even happened at all, and two, if it did happen, it was probably not because of war. At least that's
Mhm.
what I've heard. And that a lot of it was sort of like propagandizing. I don't know,
From the
to
Crusades.
demonize the people from the Middle East so that we would go on the Crusades.
That's crazy.
It really is.
I could see that though. If like, yeah, that's certainly a possibility. You
Yeah,
know,
it
saving money
makes
for the
sense.
Crusades, demonizing people. That's seems like something the Catholic Church would do. Of the Catholic
Typ-
Church of that time, of course, is
yeah,
what I mean.
typical human behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, my neck. Ow. Sucking too much dick.
I,
Hold
that's
up,
staying in.
hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture on from my phone real quick. Muzzled for sucking too much dick.
Muzzled for sucking too much dick.
That's sending. Fucking fire.
I hate you.
Oh.
Let's talk about memes. Let's talk about meme culture.
Oh hell yeah. The internet's speaking of how crazy the internet is, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about
Like,
memes.
the picture I just sent and the silly cat I also just sent.
Yeah.
What's the that's cr-
There
that's
is,
it's
yeah,
sort of
there's
odd to
just
think
some
about.
obscure meme shit like I don't know if
Like,
it's really relevant anymore, but you know the my balls when I see a KFC deep fryer, uh,
oh,
or
rats
a
when they
rat
see a
when
KFC deep fryer.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
I know that kind of shit.
it's like it's so like where did that go? Like, do you know that like the mug root beer phase? Do you remember that?
Of course, I remember that.
That was so it's so
The mug
peculiar.
maniacs,
Yeah, the mug made.
or look at this one. Tell me if I show this to like, tell me if I showed this to my grandma when she was like in the 30s.
Thank you.
What what would have happened?
I think
Touchdown for you, Jesus. River monsters.
it's just
Fuck yeah.
like I feel like our humor is like the generate like Gen Z and like the younger millennials. It's like or like people who are like involved in the internet. It's like what the fuck, man? Like anybody who doesn't get it is like it's like they just don't they couldn't even possibly begin to understand. Like they think we're fucking crazy. Like my mom thinks I'm a lunatic, like straight up.
That's because you are a lunatic.
Shut up.
Or like, I don't know, like okay, look at this video right now. I'm about to send it. This shit is fucking hilarious to me. But I don't. It would literally not be possible without like
The way the internet
how
works.
quickly like the internet moves, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of like. Also, I'm just gonna take a second to appreciate this video. Cat drinking the Baja Blast.
It is just a cat drinking Baja Blast. That is all
Yeah,
it is.
that's the whole video.
That
There's like
is
some funny little noises with it.
that is crazy.
He's just sipping drank. But yeah, like and a lot of like internet or like memes at least. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird when people like dissect memes. I think it makes them less funny.
I agree.
It's just sort of like how much lore on the internet, like collective internet lore that
Yeah.
there is.
Do you remember He Will Not Divide Us?
Yeah, I remember like the Shia LaBeouf,
The flag.
like the 4chan Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
thing. Dude.
That
Yeah.
was wild.
Also, I'm gonna talk shit about 4chan here because I don't know. 4chan deserves to get shit talked about it. They have nothing better to do than like sit at their computer and triangulate position of this
But
flag.
god damn was it funny.
It was pretty funny. I'll admit it. I don't give 4chan props ever because I hate 4chan.
Yeah,
But
me too.
that was funny as hell.
They drove Shia LaBeouf crazy.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, what we're talking about is this when was it? Was it like 2015?
It was like 2016. It was like
Yeah.
during the election.
A lot of shit happened in 2016.
It was
Um,
election time.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf had like a flag, right? Like a "We Will Not Divide Us" flag.
Well, first
"We
it
Will
was
Not
like
Divide
an
Us."
art exhibit.
I thought the art exhibit was like last, and someone like
No.
broke onto the roof to steal it.
No, it was at first it was like an expo or something.
I don't really remember. Do you want to? Because I don't remember the first.
I don't
part of it.
remember.
just
Yeah,
what,
it was
the
like
flag
it was like an
and the
expo,
part.
and then it went uh, after like harassment and other like questions that Mr. LaBeouf did not like.
Hmm.
Uh, it went into a room and somebody broke into the building in which it was held. Uh,
Wasn't there also like some guy like parkoured onto like the building,
Something
like the
like
top of
that,
the
man.
building?
It was fucking nuts.
It was some
However, they
crazy
got,
shit.
and then after that, after they stole the flag, the stream was down, and then they put it up in like butt fuck nowhere.
Hmm.
Uh, and they
And
figured
listen to
it
this
out by
shit.
triangulating the plane patterns,
Yeah, they had bitches
and
like
then they
watching the
figured out
stream.
where it was by honking their horn, and they stole the flag.
They okay, yeah. It's kind of funny that we were able, like people. I don't say we because
We did
I
not
wasn't about that.
participate.
Um, but people were able to like organize themselves that extremely to tear down a flag, but we can't like fix global warming and shit like that and like hunger. I don't know. That's just kind of weird.
It is
I think
kind of
it's a little
quirky,
too serious.
but
We're talking about
also,
silly shit now.
uh, if we think about like what would have happened if that level of coordination was shown at the Area 51 raid?
We would have gotten in there. We would have gotten in there.
There would have been, the U.S. government would have to tell us some shit.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that was really like lame. Were
Yeah,
you okay? Was that pre you moving?
that
Because I remember
was
we watched it like
that
me,
was
me and this kid in my computer science class. We watched it
yeah.
like as it was happening live, and it was so like
It was
lame and
lame.
annoying.
Yeah,
Because it was only like 40. It was like 30, 40 people, just with signs and shit outside of the gate.
yeah. It wasn't like an actual great amount of people, and like there was nothing. Nothing happened. There was no government revolt.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly
No
because
alien
the
cheeks were
FBI got
clapped.
angry. No alien,
Yeah.
no alien cheeks were clapped. We were disappointed.
So
Uh,
in an alternate reality,
in an
where instead
alternate
of the
reality,
Redditors getting on it, it was
it
the
was the
people on
4chan
4chan.
guys.
I
Yeah,
think we would have seen some results,
I think there would have been some shit.
most likely. Most likely. I just keep watching the Baja Blast video with the cat. It's distracting me.
You just be watching the Baja
Okay, I have
Blast.
to delete that because I'm actually just gonna watch that.
That is, that is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
What else? What other internet things have been a failure? I was gonna say let's talk about internet drama. Let's not. Let's not.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Also, wait, one
lame.
quick thing before I do that. Internet drama and celebrity drama is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not give a shit. You are an entertainer to me. I do not give a shit what you do.
Who are you? I don't care.
Well, except for like the
Entertain me.
sexual assault
Except
stuff. I
for
don't like
yeah,
it.
that gets a well. That's different. That's a
Yeah,
little. That's a different
that's
level.
criminal.
Yeah.
I really don't like it when people talk about drama and they're like lumping in like sexual assault with drama. Like that is not drama. That is criminal actions.
Criminal actions. That is illegal.
Uh huh. Uh huh. You are going to hell.
You are my brother in Christ. There is no forgiveness.
You are being killed. I'm coming to your house. In a video game.
In a video game. In a video game.
Oh, oh. Speaking of like internet shit, I saw a video about the New York mole people
What are,
and like
you
like
want to
the
talk
Las
about the New
Vegas
York
strip
mole
mole
people
people.
to us?
So I didn't watch it because we had a little brainstorm session before we were recording, and I
Mhm.
saw it on YouTube because I was looking for stuff to talk about. Um, I'm pretty sure it's literally just like people living in the sewers and like the abandoned subway below New York.
That's kind of
It's just
wild. Maybe
homeless
next
people.
episode.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the New York
Next
mole
episode
people.
could be a deep dive
A deep dive into the internet iceberg of the New York
of
mole
these
people.
mole people, of the New York mole people.
We'll do our research.
Yeah. But actually, I know a little bit about it because I watched. I'm big into like graffiti documentaries. I think
Yeah.
they're really interesting. And one of them, like one of these big like graffiti mechas in like the 90s
Hmm.
was like an abandoned subway, and a lot of homeless people moved into it, and they sort of just lived down there for like ten years before like the cops raided it and kicked everybody out.
That's
It's
crazy.
just wild. It's just wild.
The New York mole people. What if they just start like a little mole society down there? Wouldn't that be nuts?
That would be people mole society. What would that look like?
I don't know. They're just down there expanding the sewers and shit.
Yeah. So do y'all know like how big were you into like Gravity Falls, Dustin? Were
I
you a big
loved
Gravity
Gravity Falls.
Fallser?
I loved Gravity Falls.
Okay. Because one of the episodes where what's it called? The dude, the shape shifting thing in like season 2. You remember that where they go like down the tree
Yeah,
hole?
I remember.
Okay, yeah. One it's like shapeshifts into like a mole person,
Yeah,
and like if mole people were real, would we ever even see them because they would just be moling it up down in the ground?
I don't. That's a good question, but probably because we mine and shit.
But they would be able to feel that. They'd be able to feel the mining vibrations and they would just leave.
Yeah, but like they'd have to like. Would they like realistically not start their own little mole people society, or are they
I mean,
just
I don't
live
know.
like mole people?
I feel like mole people, okay, if they let's
If
say
they're mole
hypothetically, if
people,
mole people
isn't
are
that
real,
indicating that they are also people, so they have like the craving for society and communionship that we do?
maybe there's too few of them to like have a society, you know?
Well, okay. In that case, yes, they're no mole people. We probably would never see them because they're mole people. But you'd think we probably wouldn't also ever see moles, but
Oh wait, we do see moles though, because they have to come out every once in a while. Also, moles are fucking adorable.
they look so fucking dumb. I love them.
You spell mole, mole,
Mole, mole.
yeah, like they're okay, except for starface moles. Those things are disgusting. But like normal moles, they're so cute and stupid looking.
Yeah, they're just little guys.
Oh, and naked mole rats?
Don't even start. I'll kill
They
you.
can't get cancer. They can't get cancer.
They can't. We need to steal the genetics,
Gene stealers. I'm gonna
brother.
steal your true religion.
Brother! Brother, they're here for our true religion, Jorts! I think that's a good segue into Warhammer 40k.
Warhammer, yeah,
Let's talk a little
Warhammer.
about Warhammer. So, I got Joe recently, or well, Joe rather got Warhammer. We got Space Hulk Deathwing,
Yeah.
which is a Warhammer 40k game about First Squad Deathwing of the Angels of Death. That's an Imperium chapter. Don't worry about it. It doesn't mean anything. Basically, you're these big ass space marines and walking tanks who are killing these bugs who want to steal your genetics. Uh, and you get to use big guns, and you're a big man in big armor and big power armor.
Yeah, yeah. We love big men.
Joe loves big men. You're,
We all do. We all do.
I
That's just be kind of gay. Why you want a big man controlling you?
Why do you want a big man controlling you?
Yeah.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little chip break. We can talk about trinkets. We can talk about your most prized trinkets.
I don't really have any trinkets. I have this stuffed animal that I was gonna give to my girlfriend, but then she broke up with me, so it just is here forever now.
So you still have it?
Yeah, it's in my closet. I look
Hmm.
at him sometimes. It's a dragon.
Oh yeah. I think my most prized trinket. I have this little like goose carving, this wooden goose carving
Mhm.
that I got from like a thrift store. I think that's my favorite trinket.
Interesting.
It just sits on my desk and it looks at me.
And it looks at me.
And I put this little boxing glove keychain around its neck.
Hmm.
Pretty fucking fire.
Pretty fire. Sounds fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pick break done.
Okay, so anyway, back on the topic of Warhammer 40k. You're playing
Yeah.
as playing as these big space marines, and you're fighting these big bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the
Big
big
ass
bug,
bugs.
yeah, they're Tyranids. They're bad. We don't like them. They want to steal your genetics, and basically you have to beat the shit out of them before they beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And you gotta get stuff. But Warhammer is cool because it's this nice cool grimdark stuff.
Which
It's
I know bitches don't like, but it's just kind of cool, alright?
it's kind of goofy. There's there's stuff like the orcs. Like I love the orcs.
The orcs are silly. So the orcs are just like, aren't they like descendants of like shrooms, right?
No, they are shrooms. They are fungus.
Yeah, they're living fungus, and they're
So
crazy.
the orcs are descendant of krorks, which are like orcs but 15 feet tall and smart.
So they got stupider over time.
Yeah, they got
It's kind of
and
funny.
smaller. I think they were purple originally,
Really?
and they devolved into green.
Aw. Purple's so much more based than green is.
I agree. Purple is a pretty based color, but I also like the green. But
I'm
also,
looking-
the orcs, if they think something's right, that means what happens.
Yeah. So it's like a collective psychic conscious, right? Sort of.
No. So the best way to think. So I'll give you a story. So the orcs are storming an Imperial squad. The Imperial squadron is running out of ammo. So the commissar points one of their guns at them and goes bang, and one of the orcs drops. This happens because the orcs believe that they still have ammo. And so they think they still have ammo. They think they just got shot. He's dead. That's how that works.
That's okay. That was not the example I thought you were gonna use. That's fucking stupid. What?
That's what happens. So the orcs think the color red is the fastest color. So they paint things red and it makes them go faster. I'm
Also,
not joking.
all their ships are like
Are
fucking
they
ramshackle.
everything, all orc technology is ramshackle. It's just parts slapped together.
And they think it works.
And
so
they think it works, so it works. They are always screaming Daka because that's the thing that's the sound of gunfire to them. So they're always screaming Daka, and it makes them shoot more.
I think the orcs are very silly and fun and cool.
They are.
There's I know Dustin knows about them, but if any of you, any of our audio listeners at home,
Any of the listeners.
there's this YouTube guy called Bricky. He made a really good video about like Warhammer stuff. If you want to learn more about it,
They also run a podcast called The Adeptus Ridiculous, which goes like deep dives into stuff.
yeah, it's fire. Fucking fire, mate.
Fire indeed.
So yeah, Warhammer is just kind of a cool universe.
Yeah,
There's a
Warhammer's
lot of-
like cool stuff.
One of the reasons I really like it is because I really was that the flint from my lighter. God
What's
damn it. I really like. That was completely
Wow.
unrelated. I'm just fucking with my lighter. I'm really into like Gothic architecture and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. And the Imperium of Man has some like literally all of their shit is Gothic.
Yeah.
Like their spaceships are Gothic, their palaces are Gothic. It's just really cool.
They also worship a corpse god,
Yeah, true. True.
which, pretty based.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they have the big space marines who have the big armor. So,
Because we love big, strong men.
we love big strong men and their big strong armor with their big strong guns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, if you don't already know, they're just like genetic freaks. So they made them in like a lab or something, right?
So how a space marine is made is you get a guy who's really good and stuff, who's good for the space marine program, and you pump him full of gene seed. You just pump him full of it, and then he becomes like 9 feet tall and he has like 2 hearts, and
Oh,
like
I
3
heart.
kidneys, and a bunch of lungs. He's got everything he's ever needed.
So do they like grow a heart or do they like add it? Do we know?
Unclear.
Personally, I like to believe that they just grow an extra heart.
I'd like to believe that too.
And it goes hard. Okay, so also one thing I don't understand.
Hmm.
So, there's like the Emperor, right? That's like the dead corpse.
The God
guy we were
Emperor
talking
of
about.
mankind, yes.
Um, so the genes like come from. Is he like a demigod?
He is God.
What's the deal with
He is
that?
a God.
Hmm.
That is the best way to. He says he's not a god. He's basically a god. Think of him as a god. He's a god now. It doesn't matter what he was before. He is a god now.
Okay. But like, why is he powerful?
He's the most powerful psyker in existence.
Oh,
I think.
so Psychers are like mages, sort of.
Yes. Kind of. That is
What
that
are
is a
they?
way.
If they're not like mages, what else would
They're
they
psychic.
be?
They're psychic. That's what they are.
Yeah.
They're kind
So,
of like
and I
mages,
think-
though. That is a way to put it.
And the motherfucking Space Marines are like descendants of the Emperor.
They're like
sort of.
his. Think of them almost like his grandchildren. Because
Then he has like
they were made from the Primarchs, which are his sons, and the Primarchs were made from him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Space Marines call the Primarch their father. So
Yeah. Some of them are really cool,
yeah, like
but some of them the ops.
the Salamanders. The Salamanders are based. But you know who's not based?
You. No, man, I take it back. That was really mean. Who were we talking about?
I can't remember. The Grey Knights, probably.
They're kind of cool. They're like Vikings, right?
No, that's the Space Wolves.
Who are the Grey Knights then?
The Grey Knights are the ones that come to kill you when you figure out about demons.
Oh. They're the secret police.
Yes. They're the Inquisition's lapdogs. And we
What's
hate
the
them.
Inquisition.
The Inquisition is the people who kill you when you figure out about psychers and stuff.
Oh. Wait, so the normal person isn't allowed to know about, like...
Demons? No.
What? How do they not know? Don't they worlds get attacked by demons, like, all the time?
Yes, and the people of that world are purged.
That's so fucked up.
Anybody who saw, you're dead.
Why?
You can't know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't ask the questions. I just give the answers, dude.
My bad. My bad, alright, my bad. My bad. I think I'm gonna drink some of this lighter fluid.
Don't drink lighter fluid.
Internet Iceberg Podcast endorses eating and drinking lighter
Do
fluid.
not eat or drink lighter
Eat
fluid.
as much lighter
Do
fluid
not.
as you want.
The Internet Iceberg Podcast does not condone eating lighter fluid. Don't eat lighter fluid. Don't do drugs. Don't have lighter fluid.
Eat as much lighter fluid as you want and do as much drugs as you think is good.
Don't do that. He's lying to
Yep.
you.
Do crazy drugs.
Don't
Take
do-
random pills from the floor of clubs.
Don't do that.
So some of our friends been really into the Binding of Isaac recently.
Yeah. I love
And
that
one thing
game.
that's really funny to me about that game is you just like take your mom's pills, just random
Yeah.
pills you find.
Yeah, you just it's pretty funny if you like really like think about it in depth, like the game.
Yeah. Because in the lore, isn't it like his mom like wants to kill him or something like
Yeah,
that?
I don't really understand it, but you know.
We need a Binding of Isaac historian on the staff.
On the staff,
We don't have staff.
we don't have staff.
Ugh.
We have unpaid interns. It's me. I am the unpaid intern. Joe's forcing me to be here.
Speaking of Warhammer, Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5.
What? What is that transition?
has nothing to
Battlefield
do with it.
5.
Yeah, so I started playing Battlefield 5 again recently. And it really isn't that bad. Like, it was like I had a good time playing it. Like I bought it when it came out a while ago, and I was on the hate train, you know, because that was the popular thing to do, was to hate on Battlefield 5. And then I played it again recently, and it was really fun, and I had a great time. So I don't know if it's like a DLC issue. I just don't really remember why people hated it.
Uh,
I'm gonna look it up.
Allow me to say I do not endorse this statement.
That Battlefield 5 is fun.
Yes.
Okay, based opinion, Battlefield 5 is fun. All right, it's a fine game. You bitches just hate too much.
Nah, it ain't good. It's
Okay,
dog.
what? Give me a reason. Give me one good reason.
It's dog. It's like Battlefield 2042, but without the funny grandma.
No, it's not. I haven't played Battlefield 2020, 2040, whatever.
I just don't trust shooter games anymore. I don't like them. I don't like COD or Battlefield anymore.
I'm
I
hoping
think
that
they're
the
dog.
new COD that's coming out is gonna be good. I guess some of the things that people had an issue with is like, well, the one thing that I remember that a lot of people had issues with was like that they had women in the game.
It's
That's
crazy.
like the main thing I remember, which like I guess if you wanted it to be a historical shooter,
You know
and I
women.
guess that sort of makes sense, but like none of the Battlefield games are really that historical
He has a
when you
point.
really think about it.
Okay.
Like I loved Battlefield 1. I thought Battlefield 1 was awesome, but it is not historical at all. Like first of all, if it was historical, everyone would be using a bolt action like rifle.
Yeah, everybody would use it. It's
Like
World War
the
II, right?
Hellriegel, it's World War One.
Oh yeah,
Battlefield 1
no,
is World War
yeah,
One.
yeah, that's
They got
all.
they got bitches running around with things that never even like saw use on the front lines.
Yeah, it come like
So,
experimental tech and shit.
dude, like the Hellriegel. Did you play Battlefield 1?
Not that much.
So the Hellriegel is what you get for getting assault class to level 10.
Hmm.
It literally there was one prototype of it ever, and it broke when they were like testing it.
Lamau.
They didn't even like work on it for World War II. They just dropped it.
It got fucking outclassed.
I mean, I guess some people were complaining about automatic weapons in Battlefield 1, but they wouldn't enjoy it if it was just bolt action rifles, because that's a very different kind of game than what I think of Battlefield as.
All right, so we're running an hour and 16 minutes. At the time of recording.
Should we start wrapping it up here?
I'm gonna sign us off. This has been the first episode of the Internet Iceberg podcast. Woo!
Love you all. Love you all.
Thank you for watching. And we will see you in the next episode.
Beep, 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 beep.
Bye.
Bye.